All right, good morning. Welcome back to All Classics Restoration. This morning, we're at Farmington Dragway in Farmington, North Carolina for the 39th Piedmont Mopar Club Fun Run. And this is one of the premier car shows in the state of North Carolina and has been for a long time, albeit maybe even the Southeast. This is one of the shows that a lot of people look forward to every year. We get a great turnout every year. We've got perfect weather today. It's a little chilly this morning, but it's going to warm up quick, so we're expecting a large show car field. The vendor field is full down there, I can see, and we're going to have the track open today with drag racing all day. So we're going to go take a walk around and see what we can find today. And we're also got Ashton here with me today, so we're gonna see if we can find Ashton's favorite car here at the show today. Well, we didn't walk around yet. You gotta wait till all the cars get here, and then we'll find your favorite car. So let's go take a walk and see what we can find.
Favorite car.
meet field. Now we're going to take a look at the show cars here. The field's still filling up, but we got a lot of nice cars to look at. This happens to be a car that I built about 6 or 7 years ago now. It was originally a slant 6 automatic car, and we converted it to a 340 with a 5-speed.
Wait, you built this car?
Yep.
Go next to owner of it.
Okay, so that's our walk around the 39th annual Piedmont Mopar Club's fun run today here at Farmington Dragway. We're back at the car and got a nice Super Bee that pulled in next to us, 68 model convertible. But we're going to head out today. Ashton's kind of feeling a little bad right now. He's got a sore throat or something going on, so we're going to head on back to the house. But we did walk around and find his favorite car of the show, which I'm going to insert a picture of here. And he did take a picture with it, but he wouldn't let me do any video. So, but that's how it goes. So anyhow, hope you all enjoyed the show here today. And if you're ever in North Carolina, Mother's Day weekend, and you want something to do on a Saturday, this is a great show to come to. Always a good turnout. We had a great turnout here. Saw a lot of people I know from the industry. Talked to a lot of folks. Missed out on a good deal on a set of exhaust manifolds for the truck to do the 440 swap, but you know, that's what they say, when you sleep you lose. So we'll find another set later on. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Again, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you back in the shop soon.